Why, when do you think I should start?
I don't know, Charles, but can I have a couple of minutes of time before so I know so I can get ready?
Okay.
Thank you.
You have as much time as you want. Let me just finish pouring this delicious beer. Oh, non-alcoholic beer. Cartoonists don't allow cartoonists to cartoon drunk. Whenever you're ready, Chief Colors.
I'm not ready because I didn't know that you were doing anything.
Well, hello, good evening, welcome to Fido, your only source for Bad Bad Dog Go Lie Down. This is live stream number 88, if you can believe it. Wow. Let's see what the Chief Colorist hath wrought for us. I hope I get this in order. Yeah, I think I do have this in order. Great. All right, I should tell you that we are completely done with the month of March. And we're into April. And we're ready to do the April 1st, April Fool's Day cartoon. It's always a big holiday around here at Fido the Comic Strip. I'll explain April Fools later on. Let's get into what the Chief Colorist has done, and we'll get on with the show. All right, we have Felicia in a raincoat, kind of like how she got a little baggy on her tail to keep it dry. See, perfectly dry. Cats are capable of adapting to and overcoming adversity. Dogs don't mind getting wet. We're better when wet. And a car splashes them, and of course this is a Friday strip, so they have to end up in the bar. I smell a wet dog. It's great, isn't it? And I think I've already made the comments that it looks like the water is green.
Yes, because it's soaked up with the bar.
I gave her a hard time about this car because she thought it was the Beetle, Volkswagen Beetle that I'd drawn. This is actually a Mini Cooper. So it's a completely different car. So she had done it in the same colors. And now she's gone over it and muted it so it doesn't look like the same car anymore. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll pass this over to the Chief Colorist and she can file that away. It's already been recorded. It's going into cold storage. Here is Saturday, the 16th. Yeah, I guess this would be yesterday. You guys have probably already seen this, so I don't even need to read it. Bo's patting Fido. Hey, get back here. Don't stop patting me unless you're prepared to finish the job. So you guys have already seen this.
Don't stop scratching my back unless you're prepared to finish. I mean, don't start unless you're prepared to finish.
Here is Monday. This will be tomorrow, I suppose. Bo is sitting cross-legged on the floor, and Fido comes up. What's that smell? It's the candle. It has sage and lavender. It's supposed to be relaxing. I thought you said no fire inside the house. It's relaxing. That thing looks dangerous. That's what I said. It's not dangerous. It's relaxing. He doesn't look relaxed. Can't relax with pets in the house.
No.
All right. Here's Tuesday. We have Fido on the couch. Felicia. Want to get lunch? Sure, it's on me. And they go up to Bo and they kick him in the head. Feed us!
Oh.
This is good. Yeah, I eat here all the time. All right. And looks like we're going from Tuesday the 19th to Friday the 22nd. Have to figure out what happened there. Looking for Wednesday the 20th and Thursday. Yeah, I'm going to give this to the Chief Colorist. There you go. Because I got them out of order. Silly me. Okay, here is Wednesday. We are introducing a new character. This is Catherine, the crazy cat lady. I just noticed after I'd drawn this that I'd never mentioned her name in the actual comic strip. So you lucky few who watch this actual show will know that this is Catherine.
No, it's not. It's cat.
So anyway, she's carrying her cats, and the cats are moving furniture in and out, down by the knee level here. I'm moving in to take care of my mother. How is Miss Abraham? Oh, it's been rough. Now that we're here, things will be better. And the cats have dragged the old lady out. What do we do with the old broad? Put her back. What, in the cat room? I guess we could already figure out what was going to happen with this. Okay.
Nothing good for poor Miss Abraham.
Yeah, it's Thursday. And Dino's trying to pick up on the crazy cat girl. And he's got Felicia in his hands. I just love cats. They're my best friends. Put me down. Yeah, I like cats too. They're so affectionate. And Felicia's fighting him. maybe we could go out to dinner to talk about cats. And he's, he's covered in blood from Felicia attacking him. I don't know, maybe later. I could eat. This Thursday. And Friday, finishing off the Catherine, she goes to the bar, of course. And sees the cat boss. So there's cat boss, Fido, Bo, Dino, Catherine, and all her cats. I kind of like how the cat is looking at the screen here, breaking the third wall. Oh, he's wearing a little mask. That's cute. I love this place. It's so wonderful to find a cat-friendly place. And so the cat boss nails up a sign, no cats allowed. Mm-hmm. She creeps me out.
Mm-hmm. Of course she does.
And here is Saturday the 23rd. That's the entire week done. Fantastic. Fido's at the top of the stairs. How many cats are down there? Not enough. How many dogs are up there? We only need one. We're going to need some more dogs. Yep. There we go. And I think that's all the stuff that Chief Colors has done. So let's organize what we have left. As I said, this is the entire month of March. All done. It's the 26th, 27th, 30th, 29th, and 28th. All right. So we start off the new week. Here's Monday the 25th. Chief Colors has just started her work on it. They'll look like ghosts, don't they, when they're not colored like this.
It's a little creepy.
Bo yells, Fido! And Fido's sitting here with his golf club. Whatever happened, I didn't do it. I've been here all day. He's got his golf club smashing the TV up. You notice the table's knocked over, the window's been broken, the blinds are ripped down. And no kidding. Yes, he's been there all day, just ruining the apartment. Got the couch knocked over, the lamp knocked over, he's destroyed the plant, destroyed the TV. He's emptying the litter box on the floor.
Bad Fido, go lay down.
Yes. All right, there is Monday. Here is Tuesday, which Chief Colors has just started on as well. Actually, I think I need to do some erasing here for it.
Yep.
I left her a mess.
Yep. That's probably why more wasn't done.
Yeah. It's been a busy week.
Yep.
All right, let me just do this and then I'll read it to you. All right, we have Dino, Felicia, and Fido. And Dino says, I'm sick and tired of hearing about differences between dogs and cats. Let me tell you the difference between pets and humans. Humans are in charge. Yeah, that's great. Now get off my couch. Oh yeah, okay. I've been so sort of horribly disorganized this week that we may bounce back and forth. I will do a series of jokes where Fido is saying dogs are better than cats and cats are better than dogs, listing the reasons, and that probably would have been fantastic to go before this one. Anyway,
oh well.
Here is Wednesday. We have Fido, Felicia, and Bo, and Felicia is sitting on Bo's lap and says, "Is it true that humans think they rule the world?" "Yes, we do." "But you work to feed us and do what we want." "Yes, Felicia, because you're a good little kitty." "I've always known cats rule the world." "I don't know where you got that idea. I was here first." There's Wednesday. It goes to the Chief Colorist to finish her work. Mm-hmm. All right, this one we have to work on. I still have to finish the rug and some of the couch stuff down here. We have Fido and Felicia sitting on the couch, and Fido says, "I think it would be fun to be a human." "Oh, I don't know." "You can sit around all day and eat." "You can sit around and eat all day." That's it. "But then we'd be fat." And now we have the image of Fido and Felicia as fat humans. Mm-hmm. And Fido's like, "Yeah, I'm going to go out and chase a squirrel." "That sounds like fun. Wait for me." Yeah, you won't be fat humans. Hopefully when Chief Colors gets in here, I'm thinking the color of the dress should be the same color as Felicia and, same,
Oh yeah, so that they look like the person. Yeah.
Yeah, see how Fido has a slight tuft of hair at the at his lip. That's why this guy has the Dino mustache. And tried to make him human, human versions of them. Okay, we may or may not get to this one today. Let's put this up on the magnets. And here is Friday, which I literally just finished last night. So we have to get in here with the darker pencil and well, do the finish drawing. So you can't see any of this. It looks like scribbling to you from that distance away on the camera. So I'll just read it to you.
Irving.
The Cat Boss, we have Bo, Dino, Fido, and Cat Boss has a lottery machine here. He says, to encourage you to develop more bad habits, I have installed this lottery machine. You can now gamble while you drink. That doesn't look like a usual state lottery machine. Of course it isn't. You'd have a chance to win on one of those. Typical Cat Boss joke. And here is the Saturday. Finishing out March, we might get, if we get to inking today, we'd be inking this one, I suppose. Although actually we probably should start inking the letters on this. But we have Fido sitting in the foreground, staring off into space, and Bo and Dino. And Bo says, what do dogs think about? And they start joking around. Squirrels, food, revenge.
Oh.
Huh? A squirrel stole my food.
Mm-hmm.
What do dogs think about? Revenge. All right, what are we going to start with? Do we pull out the ink and start inking, or do I get a pencil and start penciling these lines? And we haven't done penciling in a long time, have we? Let's see. But if I do the inking first, yeah, we'll do the inking first because that allows me to legitimately do the comedic bit that I plan on doing later on. So, let us find our ink. Where? Actually, that's a good question. Where is it? Oh, here we go. All right. Found the ink. Let's pick our brush. Now, as everyone may or may not remember, these brushes are made from the finest Himalayan tree squirrel pubic hair. And the reason why they are so expensive is we have to send the Sherpa up the mountain to retrieve them. I'm going to take this one instead. That's the best point.
Now, when they do get up the mountain, do the squirrels voluntarily get the hair, or is there a fight?
I would assume there must be quite a fight.
Mm-hmm.
And cartoonists are the dirtiest, filthiest creatures on the face of the planet, which is why I must wear this glove, so that I do not contribute my filth to the comic strip. Sometimes if human sweat or human grease gets on the page, the ink won't stick to it, and it's actually even difficult for the chief colorist to do her coloring properly. So the less human fingers touch this thing, the better. It's nice to have a good border here that you can pick it up from. All right, and I usually put down a piece of paper here so I can so I don't smear my pencil marks, because these pencil marks are horrible.
Right.
Yeah, you notice that if I were to, I'll give you a sample here. Just run a finger along it and look at look at the smudge that I could do. So I have to put down a piece of paper. Yeah, I could put down a blank piece of paper, but why do that? So
There's
hey,
no fun in that.
this is Barbara Boozer. She just got fired. Why did she get fired? She's the Imagineer behind what they did to beloved Splash Mountain. You know, they turned it into Tiana's Very Bad Bayou Adventure. She's the type of Imagineer who could go down to Louisiana, which is mostly below sea level, and say, well, we have to do a mountain-themed amusement park ride. Oh, they've got salt domes down there. And actually, that's what a salt dome looks like. So, so Barbara Boozer has been fired from the Imagineering department. Big surprise. And I think maybe the theme to today would be they've been fired. Big surprise. Because also, who has been fired? This is Bo DeMeo. He's currently the showrunner for the X-Men cartoons
He
show.
was currently.
Well, no, they did 2 seasons, so we're going to get 2 seasons of it regardless. The LGBTQ publication Out called him, quote, the sexy gay Marvel writer and showrunner to know. I remember the Out magazine. Weren't they famous for outing people who were gay and did not want the world to know they were?
Oh, I didn't think that's what they
That's what Out magazine was. Yeah, so I'm just thinking about
sure?
it. So everyone is wondering why Bo DeMeo got fired. No, it's obvious why Barbara Boza got fired because, well, she sucks at her job. They were thinking, well, he's known for what's the word?
Don't use any kind of words.
On the internet, he has a fans only.
OnlyFans.
Yeah, OnlyFans site. I'm not on it, and he's been posting pictures of himself, and I guess that's one of the pictures. Unfortunately, has been edited for us. So people are thinking that's the reason why he got fired. But hey, this is the guy who did the Moon Knight TV show. This is the guy involved in the new Blade movie that's female focused, and now they have to throw it all away and start all over again. The reason why he got fired is because he sucks at his job, just like Barbara Boza. I wrote, they were delighted to have a gay black man until they weren't anymore. So, the American Society of Magical N-Words came out. And
that's almost worse than saying the word.
I know. This is the movie that sat on the shelf for 2 years, and they filmed it in LA during the COVID virus, so there were like no homeless people on the streets. And the joke is the true magical people in this film are the homeless because they disappeared. I beat up on this film a couple months ago because they hired these two horrible beta males. Really, this is the romantic triangle. These two guys are fighting for the love of a woman. Are you sure? It looks like they kind of like each other. But I know nothing of the film. I've heard it bombed, and perhaps someone should get fired over that one. Oh, we'll put all that aside. Hey, I think I spoke about the Red Sonja film that they're doing, and they're going to, in this new version, they're going to try to subvert the male gaze. So I guess we're not going to get a chainmail bikini. You remember, this is...
Red Sonja had a,
Yeah. The Red Sonja we knew, had a, look like that. And this is the actress that they are working with now. This was the actress they originally hired. They originally wanted a person of color. This is Hannah John Kamen, who was going to play Red Sonja, but they got so much shit from people that they decided, well, we got to hire a redhead. And I guess they sort of... She doesn't look redheaded in this photo, but this is Matilda Lutz, who's going to play Red Sonja. And they're not really going to focus on the real Red Sonja story. Red Sonja was a character in Conan. Not this Conan. This is the female Conan movie that came out recently, but it was in my stack of stuff, so I pulled it out. In the original Red Sonja storyline, her family gets brutally dislived by some barbarians, and she is taken advantage of in a horrible way by those barbarians as well, trying to use as gentle language as possible. So a goddess comes down and gives her all her Mary Sue powers, and she can only be conquered. She can only love a man who could defeat her in combat. How's that? Did I use good enough language for that? And well, Conan would be the only man who could defeat her in combat. I guess that's why the love story. Not this Conan, the male Conan. This is the female Conan movie that's come out and sounds like a genius. So they're not going to use that storyline whatsoever. No mentions of the word forced love, none of that. So I don't know how this film's going to be. I guess they haven't gotten the memo and figured that we need more girl bosses. So, speaking of girl bosses, maybe people will remember a movie that came out a little while ago, Madam Web. Well, they have done a fantastic thing with this, and the actresses have disavowed themselves from it, and they're trying to pick up the pieces of the career. And I think I'm talking about this particular person right here in the upper left-hand corner, Sydney Sweeney. Slate Magazine, always there to raise the IQ level of the discourse,
Okay.
has asked, Cindy Sweeney's boobs are not that big. Well, thank you, Slate Magazine, for bringing this important issue to our attention. Is Sydney Sweeney, America has rediscovered that American women can have boobs. That's so lovely. Yeah. So we have to ask, how big are Sydney Sweeney's boobs? And for this purpose,
Yeah, I'm having a hard time saying Sydney Sweeney, huh?
yes. For this purpose, I have taken her photo from Saturday Night Live, and let us get the patented Fido post-it note here. I think we want a clean one for Sydney. There we go. And let's see. We'll do a little bit of judgment here. This boob seems to go from here to about there, and from there to about there. Right. So we're looking at roughly about that size. So her boob seems to be, I'm going to say, 2/3 the size of her head. Now, classically, anything more than a handful is a waste, but I don't think they're too big. Now, if her boobs were indeed larger than her head, then we could say, yeah, all right, maybe this woman needs a breast reduction surgery. But, so, you heard it here first on Fido the Comic Strip. Sydney Sweeney's boobs are not too big. Oh, no, I just wrote something down. You know what that means?
Shit. That's gonna be the name of this particular podcast.
Yep, it looks like we've already named our podcast early on.
This is probably the earliest you've named it.
Yeah. We generally seldom ever do that. Well, thank you to the fine people at Slate Magazine for raising the IQ in the room here.
Okay. Are you inking?
No, I'm just. Why? What's up?
No. After this.
Yeah, I planned on inking. Why? What's up?
I think you need to ink the second panel on this strip because there's no structure to the rug.
Oh, let's see what we got going on here. Actually, there's no rug at all.
No, there's the border for the rug.
No, that's the couch. Here,
it is?
Yeah. In fact, I haven't even put the little the little
Well, that's why I thought it was the
yeah. You can't do this one yet. I haven't done any. I haven't finished it yet.
I thought it was finished. It looks finished.
No, it's not. I haven't even put those little whatchamacallit on the
rivets.
Yeah, rivets on the couch. Let's see. The rug would be about right there. There. And you're probably going to see a bit of the center. Now, where is the vanishing point? Looks like you got it somewhere in the middle of Dino's chest. So, let's go doop, doop, and doop. And will that show, no. I guess I can leave it like that. And there should be those little legs on the bottom of the couch and all the rivets, which I haven't done. So we'll have to put this one aside. When we start inking, we can ink that rug. And we'll get that to the chief colorist tomorrow after it dries. All right then. Let's get the ink going. So we'll keep. I guess we'll keep Sydney Sweeney. Always nice to have a attractive woman as our inspiration, and maybe even her Saturday Night Live appearance will be it. As for everyone else who's gotten too big and got fired, actually, let me hold on to this because I might have to reinforce not too big. I don't know. I wrote not too bag. Not too big. All right. Let's get the ink open. Drink them if you got them. So, Irving on camera 1, why don't you zoom in on here? And we're gonna ink. We're gonna do the lettering. We haven't done lettering on Fido the Comic Strip in a long time, have we?
No, I don't believe we have.
Yes. And let's get Sydney in there. Yes, there we go. That's framed nearly perfectly. I'm going to have to kick a wire up and out of the way so the camera might bounce a little bit. There we go. I just added more ink to this bottle, so I know. Yeah, look how close to the top that ink is. This ink is getting ready to be spilled. It's good to make that final decision. That media and everyone has been asking, are Sydney Sweeney's boobs too big? And we can say, no, they're not too big. They're okay.
They're okay.
Yeah.
They're just right.
No, they're not just right. Anything more than a handful is a waste. They're fine. They're okay. I don't know why they didn't show them in Madame Web. And perhaps the reason why Madame Web didn't succeed is because, well, they didn't have the assistance of Sydney Sweeney's boobs. Okay. Encourage. This is my final chance to get everything spelled right. Put all those years of college to use, learning how to spell words. And let's see, I'm running out of room here.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah, I gotta squish the letters a little bit, but don't make it look like you're doing that. I should have pushed the 2 to the left there. To encourage you to develop bad habits. Oh, I probably should go through how I started this, how I wrote this, because that's a bit of a story.
Mm-hmm.
This wasn't the original script for this.
But you do that more often than you let on.
Yeah.
You edit your scripts, and that's what makes them, at the end, perfection.
Well, I wouldn't say perfection. I got the actual sketchbook where I wrote this joke last week. I'm just going to place it here until I find the pages here. Good thing that we're in no rush whatsoever here. I can take time out and relax and. All right. So when I originally wrote it, it was to satisfy your instincts to throw away your money. I have installed this lottery machine. It's like, yeah. Okay. To assist you in your destructive human instincts. To satisfy your baser human instincts. No. To encourage you to develop more bad habits, I have installed this lottery machine. Well, okay. That's what he wants him to do. So we had to go through a few rewrites before we came to the final decision. Like the actual wording. Okay, to encourage you to. It's important to get enough space between all the letters, but I don't want to crowd to the edge of the panel. That worked out pretty well, actually. Let's carry on with where I laid these letters out. They should work out okay. So, as I've said in the past, my lettering is sloped 22.5 degrees to the right, because the Earth is tilted on its axis 22.5 degrees to the right, because it got hit by Nemesis, another planet, which eventually formed into our moon and knocked us off in the side, and it's given us our seasons. So by making my lettering the same slope as the planet Earth, in my mind, it really makes it straight.
Okay, then.
Sydney, get over here. I need you to protect my paper. Nice clean white dress. Look at that. And look, her dress has a smile to it, which is really nice.
I don't know what you're doing over there. It sounds like something you should be doing.
What do you mean? Her dress has a little smile to it. It's like a little happy dress, and she's got, maybe a little Happy eyeballs here. There we go. There we go. Little face. So, yeah, I had. Yeah, whenever you look at something, you got to draw a human face on it. What can I say? Hey, how do you spell develop? Develop. There's no E on the end of there, is
No.
it? Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, my instincts were right to begin with. Oop, I think I have a little bit too much ink on the brush. I gotta go in with a very light touch now because the brush is very inky. Usually you like to have your brush very inky. To encourage you to develop more bad habits.
All your sins in one place.
Well, for a cat supervillain, he really hasn't been doing much lately. And we're not talking about, Darth Vader levels of evil here.
No Death Stars.
No, just death bars.
Ah. Wasn't he feeding people or going to feed people like bleach and
Yeah.
not too long ago?
Yeah. It's kind of minor. Early cat bosses had like death rays, and he tried to take over the city with robotic vacuum cleaners.
You get old, you get tired.
He tried to take over the city with robotic vacuum cleaners. He really cleaned up the place.
Zoom, zoom.
The camera probably hasn't picked up that zoom.
I know.
So now they just hear you going zoom zoom in the background and think it has something to do with the cat boss joke.
Oh, sorry.
No problem.
Nope, just listening to our outside forces in the city.
Well, whenever a man revs his engine like that, I bet that you just get excited. Very excited in your feminine areas. Because it's just...
Well, that's enough discussion about that.
We're really trying hard, YouTube, not to say any of those words that will get us in trouble. And yeah, I may or may not have drawn smiley face, a smiley face on Miss Sweeney's breasts, but
By the way, just so everyone's aware, the way that my husband and I are organized, I can't actually see what he's doing. So him doing these little drawings and such are nothing I had any part in.
She's already distancing herself from it.
Well, yeah, because I don't know what's happening. I just got a text, I think, from David. Maybe he's gonna drive up and bring me my pocketbook.
The chief colorist left her pocketbook somewhere today. Yes.
I did. Only an hour or so away from home.
You don't need it.
I need my.
What do you need?
My license and stuff, just so that.
When's the last time you drove?
It doesn't matter about driving. I need to have. How about my medical cards? Don't tell me what I need and I don't need. I don't need a pocketbook, but I should. Oh, actually, that wasn't a text. Oh, never mind. I thought that was a text.
Yeah, you can't expect a guy to drive all the way up here.
Oh, he's not going to. I was being facetious. No.
All right.
He said maybe he'll come visit my mother and bring it with him, or if he's going to be in Boston this week, he'll let us know.
Drop it in the mail.
My cards, yes, but not my actual pocketbook. You can't drop that in the mail. That'll cost him too much money.
good that I be a little quiet here so that I can concentrate on writing on it. If I were to actually look over at Miss Sweeney here, I would probably misspell a few more words. But it's encouraging that they are encouraging the male gaze, unlike Red Sonja, who is absolutely not encouraging the male gaze, which is a fantastic idea for your movie. That's just the way you want to promote it. You people in Hollywood are just on top of your game. My gosh. Okay, Red Sonja, you can go now. We're sticking with Sydney. Do you think we'll ever again see like an R-rated, comedy that like Porky's or?
Supposedly, oh, yeah. I was gonna say supposedly that rom-com with that Sweeney woman is supposed to be an R-rated rom-com. It's supposed to be pretty good.
She's in a movie. I thought they were just still talking about Madam Web, where she played a minor supporting role.
No.
She's got more work. That's good. That's good.
She had that before this.
Ah, okay.
And she's actually the co-leading role. I mean, it's not like a giant blockbuster movie, but.
I'm going to have to tell the world that even when I was talking about Madam Web, I had no idea who this actress was. I was still on the other actress who was what was she in Shades of Grey, 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, Dakota Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah, 50 Shades of Grey. Daughter of.
Dawn.
And.
Oh, I was right, Dawn Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh, and Melanie Griffith.
Yep.
Okay, is Cindy Sweeney the daughter of anyone?
Mr. and Mrs. Sweeney.
Ah, that's good. Yes, Mr. and Mrs. Sweeney look like they've done good work. What do you think, folks? Yeah.
She's cute. Oh. What the hell is that? Sorry.
It looks like you've changed your ringtone.
No, that's not a ringtone. I had just brought something up to see like I said, like what that message was and stuff, and apparently Facebook decided it wanted to talk to me.
Uh-huh. Facebook has really gone downhill lately.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Just about everybody's a con artist on that site.
Rollover in Saugus in front of a convenience store.
Yeah.
Route 1 near Red's Diner. Who the hell is this?
Red's Diner, that's way up near Danvers.
Serious car into a pole. Oh, that's somewhere else. Okay. Where the hell is this?
Red's Diner is sort of like a dive bar masquerading as a diner.
Oh, is that the place that you told me was only a countertop?
Yeah.
Oh.
You walk in there, it's just one big countertop.
Yeah, that's not even. Is that still Saugus? That can't be Saugus.
I don't think so.
I know.
Haven't been up in that area in a long time. Any good video of the rollover?
No, I'm trying to see if I can find out more information to the picture. I can't tell. They have two different things that they're talking about. A rollover in Saugus and a thing in... Oh! Wait, no. This is not on Route 1.
Come with me, Sydney?
This is, remember that convenience store in, Saugus Center? Anyway, it's right in front of that.
Yeah, all right.
Across from the karate place.
So, Monument Square?
Not Monument Square.
But that's what we call it, right? But
No, we don't call it that.
That's what I call it. But that is what you're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah. It says Monument Square on the gas station, so I'm calling it
On
that.
the gas station, but in the middle of the thing it has giant...
Monuments, yeah.
No, it has giant bushes that spell out
Yeah,
Saugus
with the
Center.
monuments. Yeah.
And there's no monuments.
The chief colorist grew up in that town. That's why she's so protective about it.
And she doesn't like her husband sounding like an idiot.
But I do that so well.
Yeah, there's no argument here. It's not Monument Square. It is Saugus Center.
So I'll take it up at the gas station.
I mean, you have gas station. So if there's a gas station somewhere on Main Street, is that street not Main Street? Is it now Sunoco Street?
It's no, yeah. What? Hey, I'm going down Exxon Boulevard next week. So.
On my way to 711 Avenue.
Of course it isn't. You have a chance to win. Well, I got plenty of room here still, so I can push my lettering to the right a little bit. I like to have as much space between the letterings. Well, a uniform space between the lettering. And it's already... Wow, that's taken me very far. But I should have just enough room to fit T-O in here. But this is the interest of hand-drawn work. You don't get perfect center justification. When I used to my old lettering, what I would do is print out Comic Sans and MS, if you've seen it. Everyone hates that font. But I would type out the dialogue, center justify it, print it out, and then go to a light box and trace the letterings on the comic strip. And that way I got everything perfectly center justified, and it looked much more professional. The way I do today, I just sort of plop it on there and try to, by eye, get everything centered. But I rarely do. With the famous Fido font that I created for this particular purpose, you may notice that on the F, the center part of it goes up, and I also do that with the A and the E's. Any place like this H here, the center will go up in an angle. So it's not only tilted, but it's slightly unique. And there we go. Yes, Fido needs his own font. Let's get the all-important signature in here. I was never happy with the way I did the R, but now you got to live with it. That's the font. All right, let's put this aside. We probably even put it up on the magnets to dry. And I'm gonna drag this back, get a ruler, and
did you have a check to see if you're recording?
Oh, I probably should check see if we're still recording, because it's yep, we're 44 minutes in. Okay. Because QuickTime, which we're using here, has been quitting on us a lot. I have to ask Apple, what the hell are you doing, folks? Well, maybe I should use a more professional program, huh? Well, I'm not here to be a YouTuber. I just want to draw a comic strip. This thing's not even edited.
That's
Mainly because the chief colorist won't learn editing.
really.
Well, I give you every job I don't want to do.
I know.
All right. Now that's very, 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 very wet. I'm going to put that aside and let it dry because I really don't want to smear, smudge, whatever. And hey, Sydney, while we're here, we can do this one this Saturday. Come with us, Sydney. Well, I look forward to Miss Sweeney's career. I hope I give her my best wishes.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them.
Both of your best wishes.
Yeah, that's it. Whatever. Yeah,
I know.
you can interpret that however you want.
I know. I'm just kidding.
One thing you can say about Miss Sweeney is she is not trying to subvert the male gaze. But speaking of the male gaze, how are you, Mr. DeMeo? You're not too big to get fired, are you, pal? I wonder if he's still the guy to watch in Out magazine.
Oh, probably not.
Yeah.
Didn't they say, like, not only was he fired, but, like, his entire online media is, like, gone? Like, he erased his Facebook and Instagram and all of his accounts?
Yeah.
So he's like...
Well, that's why everybody thinks this is a matter of him posting pictures of himself to the wrong sort of people.
Well, when you do that, you usually want to, like, disappear. You don't want anybody looking any further into what's going on.
Yeah.
Which is usually something...
Okay, but he's been posting these pictures of himself for the longest time, and his career is only...
no, I don't think it's just those pictures. There must have been something else in addition to those pictures.
Perhaps. That's the speculation. I'm still going to maintain that he got fired because he sucks at his job.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was obviously hired because he checked enough boxes. Because his work output has been does not justify his job position. And this X-Men animated cartoon, I doubt he had much to do with it. Maybe he wrote some of the stuff, but it's Moon Knight and Blade that must have gotten him fired.
No, probably. But wouldn't they? Well, I guess they can't come out and say that anyway.
Well, here's the other thing. He's sort of, part of a protective class. I mean,
hey, so am
he's
I got fired.
not too big. I guess he's not too big to get fired. Not too big. See, I'm trying to get that title.
I hear you.
But if they did fire him for unjust reasons, then, well, there's going to be hell to pay.
That is true.
But I'm going to say it's unjust reasons. What are you talking about? Look at Moon Knight. Look at what's happening with Blade. No, there's just reasons, and they, for some reason, they really want this X-Men cartoon to succeed. They're throwing all they can into it, and it's Disney Plus. I mean, come on. No one has Disney Plus. No one's going to see this thing. Let's be serious here. Disney Plus is a failed venture, and Disney keeps on piling more and more money into it, and they're not getting the licensing that they should be getting from what they do produce. It's going into this big black hole that's called Disney Plus. The The X-Men are going into the Disney Plus black hole. No one's going to see it. It's a waste of money. It may be good, it may be bad, doesn't matter.
When is it supposed to come out?
Oh, I don't know. No friggin' idea. Don't care.
No, I know.
I'm not going to buy Disney Plus to see the X-Men cartoon. It's good to see Disney cutting its losses and getting some of this deadwood off, but too little, too late. I guess I don't know. But it's good to see that even Beau DeMayo is not too big to get fired. Finally, I used that phrase right. Jesus.
Sometimes it takes 3, 4, 5 tries.
Imagineer Barbara Boza was not too big to get fired. I wish they left Splash Mountain alone.
I know. I'm actually.
We're gonna have to go to
that went through.
The world is gonna have to go to Tokyo in order to see what Splash Mountain is.
But there were so many people who were against that, like just.
It's
and of all like races, creeds, and I mean, it wasn't like just a certain person that was against it. I mean, there were a lot of people against that change.
Mm.
That's my friend's son's like favorite ever ride, and she was against it, and she signed some petition, I think, or something.
That park in Florida is sort of like a museum. You almost can't touch it anymore. And I'm shocked that they were able to touch it.
That's what I mean.
I mean, you can't do anything anymore.
I know, but apparently
and they did.
In the interest of, I don't know, getting rid of Uncle Remus or whatever his name was. I don't know.
Oh, come on. Mr. Baskins won an Academy Award.
I know. It was ridiculous.
He was the original, hate to use the word, magical N-word. Wow. Well, we're tying everything together, aren't we? I wish I had brought Mr. Baskins out.
But even if he weren't, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if he wasn't whatever, and the first this or the important, or it's just stupid. It's just I don't know, whatever.
Well, if Disney can, they want to erase all.
But if you erase history, then you don't have the history to look back on and see what you could have changed.
I understand.
Which is ridiculous. People don't understand.
They really show their own racism by how they try not to be racist.
I know. The poor woman who was the inspiration for Mrs.
Butterworth, the syrup bottle. Yeah.
The syrup bottle, her family was pissed about them changing it.
Yeah.
They considered their mother or grandmother, great-great-grandmother, must be great-grandmother, they considered it an honor that she had this, that she was, used for the model or whatever.
Is Uncle Ben still on the rice?
I don't think so. I'm not positive about that, but
I mean, we have no problem having smiling and white crackers like Harlan Sanders on KFC, or
yeah.
But that they're just gonna eliminate all black characters like that.
Well, they're saying it's a stereotypical black character.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Which, I mean, sure. You know what I mean? Okay, sure. It might be stereotypical. But again, if you erase the past, then you're doomed to repeat it. Because you can't look back and see what changes were made, or what changes could have been made or should have been made.
All right. Editorial opinion from Fido, the comic strip chief colorist. We here at Fido, well, we just want to draw a comic strip. We don't want to get canceled.
I just want more disabled people and things.
You just don't see yourself in modern media, do you?
Yep. I want more disabled people on products.
I want more middle-aged white guy
Oh
smoking.
shit! That's what they're trying to get rid of, honey. You're in trouble.
There's a target on my ass.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see if we can get Dino's sneakers in here. All right, I'm getting rid of Barbara Bowser, and we'll probably never see her again. And Mr. DeMeo, I hope never to see him again. Oh, there we go. Hey, Sydney.
We may be seeing a lot more of her.
Oh, yeah, apparently we are going to be seeing a lot more of her.
No, she's done a couple of movies that we've heard of, I think. But nothing, super grandiose. But
So, what are those, D-cups?
I have not paid attention, so I couldn't tell you.
Oh, okay. I think Slate, in their reporting efforts, have gotten that far into the story. Here we go.
Oh, she's only 26.
At the Oscars last night, Sweeney wore a plunging Marilyn Monroe-inspired gown, and by the looks of it, no bra. That is to say, her boobs are small enough to be held in place beneath a plunging halter top with some professional-grade boob tape, which is not a thing most people with truly large breasts can say. Sweeney's boobs are big in a way that Monroe is curvy, yes, in context, but also no. When it comes to the average breast size, they figure that's thrown around for American women is 34 double D. Which is
average?
That's what that is what Slate is saying.
Average? Who the F is?
Which is a little bit larger than what people speculate Sweeney's size to be. That number seems to come from a decade-old survey by lingerie retailer Intimacy, so it's hardly a scientific fact. But think about the boobs that you've known in real life, and think about the boobs that you intend to see on the screen, or even the boobs that tend to get attention, as boobs in Hollywood show off in low-cut dresses, centered in SNL skits, and generally fawned over. Like, really think about all of them! Exclamation point. Sure, small and medium boobs abound, but are Sweeney's really at the top end of the spectrum here? Or is it just she's a tiny blonde white woman? Why do you have to put her white woman? What the fuck is this? Wait a minute.
And who the hell's boobs are 34 double D?
Where is this article going? Okay. And how would everyone feel here if boobs weren't perky? Well, yeah, if they weren't perky, if they're hanging down around their waist.
Hey, as the owner of double D's that are hanging down around my knees. And by the way, are my boobs average?
I don't know. I'm not saying that we
they're not.
I'm not saying that we should start aggressively objectifying more boobs, which is why I'm avoiding nominating new candidates for, quote, owners of large boobs everyone should freak out over, end quote. If anything, I think the Sweeneys and boobiers of the world should be allowed to wear a boob-showing dress and not have it become a whole news cycle. Just that we should remember that the universe of boobs extends well beyond the Hollywood large range of D-cups. This matters beyond how we talk about stars. 34 double Ds might not be so out of the ordinary in terms of the bodies of regular women, but when it comes to finding clothing and generally fitting into the world, a 34 double D can be punishing, and life with bigger boobs than that can be all the more challenging. It can be tough to find bras that size above and beyond. I'm really glad that Slate decided to do this article. When you want hard-hitting journalism, this is human interest. Yes,
You
this is
realize
exactly.
34 double Ds, at the very least, they have back pain. At the worst, they're tumbling over.
Yeah. But she's still young enough to be perky, according to Slate magazine.
Well, she's 26. If she weren't perky at 26, I'd be concerned.
I hadn't even considered that they were perky. I thought they really the boob tape, huh? Is that how you women do it?
I've never used boob tape. I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
She.
She.
Shannon Paulus wrote this, and I'm guessing that's Shannon Paulus right there, but I could be wrong.
34 double D?
30.
You sure she's not saying that?
She's got enough piercings to have that.
Are you sure she didn't say that was the Hollywood average was 34 double D?
And apparently, it's a lingerie company that made that estimation.
Yeah, well, they're lying. Or
they're trying to sell more fabric.
Mm-hmm. It's like I had a friend of mine once in college say that the average height of a man is 6'1". No, it's not.
5'10", actually.
Yeah. Average height 6'1".
And
no.
you know.
In what world?
And average size of a man's penis is 6 inches, about like that big.
There'd be a lot more tall guys hanging around if the average size was 6'1". I think people don't understand what the word average means.
Well, the problem is that half of people in the world are below average intelligence.
See, there you go, exactly.
Alright, let's get Fido here in the foreground.
I wouldn't even give D cup as the. I would say 34C was the average.
Ah.
Would be my thought. Maybe even a B.
So not too big, you would say, yeah.
No, average size.
Well, prior to my foray into modern times, I generally never dated a woman with anything larger than an A cup, maybe a B cup at the most. Yeah. So I generally liked women with less assets, as it were.
And then you met me.
So it's inexplicable what happened here. I must have run into someone of caliber of quality that I had yet to encounter. So I was able to overlook the double D's.
Mm-hmm. Gee, thanks, honey.
Sure thing.
Making it a fault. Thanks, honey.
I'm just noticing something about Miss Sweeney.
What?
Let's bring back our famous Post-it notes. And some thinking here.
Are eyes too far apart?
There's some distance here. Let's do a measurement here. Okay, there's that eye. And it's about the same size as that eye. And let's look at the distance in between. No, exactly. No, okay. Sorry, Miss Sweeney. Let me do a test on the Saturday Night Live photo as well. Yeah, no. Her eyes are not too far apart. And her titties are too close together, but her eyes are not too far apart.
Well, I just looked her up, and there was a mini-series that I watched that you didn't watch because it's not anything you would ever be interested in.
Uh-huh.
It was called Sharp Objects.
Yeah.
And I really liked it, and the young girl who was in it, I thought was really good, and it was her, and it was Amy Adams, who's an actress that you probably know, but you probably don't know her by name. But anyway.
I've heard the name.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you what she's done.
Is she? She may be the Lois Lane, or I might be getting her mixed up.
No, I don't think so.
But anyway, the series Sharp Objects that I watched, and I really liked the young girl that was in it.
Uh-huh.
The young girl that was in it was apparently Sydney Sweeney. So she was in that. What did I just say? Amy Adams.
Amy Adams, Queen of the Wild Frontier. Now let's try to get a little bit of emotion into the boys here, because they're making fun of Fido at his expense. And then when they hear the shocked revenge.
Oh, she's also been the voice of Barbie on Robot Chicken.
Okay.
Sydney Sweeney.
Well, when we're talking about robot chicken voices, we can only talk about
Dun, dun, dun.
bitch pudding.
Bitch pudding.
Katie Sackhoff.
We love our bitch pudding.
We love our Katie Sackhoff.
We
Too
love
bad.
our Katie
Too
Sackhoff.
bad what they're doing to her on The Mandalorian. But oh well. Who's a desperado who calls her Botox Karen?
Yep.
It's like, we love you, Katie, and you were great at Starbuck. You were great when you played Starbuck, and you don't know. But I think you need to get away from Disney. The women in this film thought they were the women in the film Madam Web right here thought that they were getting into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's the reason.
No, she is Lois Lane.
Ah.
Lois Steele.
Which
It's
one?
Amy Adams.
From what?
From Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill? Really?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that is her.
Yeah, all right. So I'm guessing since Henry Cavill was fired, she's been fired too. Oh yeah, because we do have a new Lois Lane. She's the woman from
I don't know.
House of Cards.
Oh yeah, I don't know, but she's with Corn Sweat.
Yeah, she's with Corin Sweat.
Corn Sweat.
The probably guaranteed to fail new Superman film because there's no way in hell they're ever going to allow Superman to rescue Lois Lane. Someone explained earlier that they can't write Superman in today's modern age. It's just not in them. All right, let's get back to Sydney Sweeney and her boobs story. And thank you to the good people at Slate. We're not, in fact, a vending machine. Not, in fact, a vending... What the fuck does that mean?
No idea.
Some magazines and newspapers will have inspiring quotes like, democracy dies in the dark, and all the news that's fit to print. And Slate magazine has not, in fact, a vending machine. Okay, guys, thanks for playing.
Here's your participation award. Now go away.
Inspiring. Yeah. Curiously enough, I bet you this is the most read story that has ever come out of Slate magazine.
Possibly.
And it's probably a plant from Miss Sweeney's publicist.
Oh, possibly, yeah.
In all places, to plant at Slate friggin' magazine. Like, who the hell ever reads this thing? So I guess that they got it really cheap if this is coming through the publicist.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just one of those stories that, well, it's memeable because now you see on Twitter people printing this story out and just answering, no.
Absolutely not.
They're not that too big.
She played, I think, I don't know how old she actually was, but on the series that I watched, Shocked Optics, it was probably like, it was during the times of COVID, so it was in the last 4 years or so. And she was playing, I thought, like a 16-year-old or 17-year-old. She must have been older though. And I don't remember.
Well, on Madam Web, wasn't she playing a high school kid?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
But on Sharp Objects, I don't remember her being particularly busty.
Well, on Madam Web, I don't think she was particularly busty either. They put glasses on her.
Yeah.
And then they covered her up in a sweater. So let's see if we can. Let's see if we can. I think it was even a turtleneck sweater. So
Probably.
let's get that in there. Well, we'll and they tied her hair up, so I'm gonna cover the hair up.
Mm-hmm.
So, see what they did to poor Miss Sweeney on Madam Web, and this is why you fail, Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
They somehow made. In fact, I even think they had the sweater all the way down to her arms. So it was long sleeve.
Oh, I don't know. I really haven't seen anything about Madam Web. I really haven't seen any of the clips or when I've heard about it on YouTube. It's almost been like background noise that I've listened to. I haven't really looked.
So there you go. You folks may remember last week in Oppenheimer, they put a digital dress on. What was her name?
I knew you were going to ask me that. And I have no idea what it was. I do, but I can't think of it right now.
On Oppenheimer's girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Miss Sweeney is now properly attired. See what I do for you folks? I'm just here to make the world a better place because, well, that's what cartoonists do. We make the world a better place. What would the world be like without us? My God, you people, you don't understand. I use the G word. Hope I don't get demonetized for that.
I didn't hear you. I'm looking up Oppenheimer's girlfriend's name. Now, Florence Pugh.
Florence Pugh.
Florence Pugh.
Yeah, Florence and her pews.
Don't snap it. Okay.
So for extra points, what game system controller is Dino holding here?
PlayStation. I couldn't tell you.
Well, it looks when you do the coloring, it looks like you're doing a PlayStation controller. No, not PlayStation. No, you do white. That's Xbox. You do an Xbox controller, don't you? I think our PlayStation controller is black.
I couldn't tell you. You could put 5 different controllers in front of me, and unless they have embossed on them like Sega or Xbox, I could not tell you which one was which. I think I might be able to tell you the Wii. If you put the Wii controller on there, I might be able to.
Because it's a nunchuck. It comes in 2 pieces. It's easy.
Right, but I don't think I could see any of the other ones. Like I said, unless there's a giant embossed like big N or big X or something.
We should have never left our old joysticks.
I know.
What a perfect name for it. It's a joystick.
That's right. It brings us so much joy.
Hey, honey, have you seen my joystick? Now put that away. Put that away now.
Nobody wants to see your joystick.
Nobody wants to see your joystick, pal.
Nope.
Could that be what happened to poor Mr. DeMeo?
That's what I'm saying. Maybe.
Nobody wants to see your joystick, pal. No, I still think he was fired for cause. He was just bad at his job. Which is a strange thing, because people usually don't get fired for doing a bad job. Paging Kathleen Kennedy. Now, who thought we would get through a whole broadcast without mentioning KK?
No one thought you'd get through a whole... No one thought you would get through a whole broadcast without mentioning her. Not a soul.
All right. So it's important that the expressions on the characters' faces here change. And that's the whole story. And I'm going to have to do this word balloon first because the arrow punctuates Bo's shoulder here. Punctuates. perforates. Excuse me, Sydney, in your black sweater. Could I put you aside here for a second? Because I've got to flip this way. And it's nice to be able to rest your arm on the table when doing a half circle like this. Which is what... There we go. What a pretty little word balloon. Come back, Miss Sweeney. Which one are we coming back? We're doing... Hey, let's put the sweater aside to dry, and we'll bring happy Miss Sweeney out. Alrighty then. Do the arrow of the word balloon first. And it's actually, usually I don't like to have the arrows of the word balloons go over a character like this. I'll show you an example of what I would generally do. Let's see, I had it, or I guess it must be in the two colorist hands.
Which one?
I'll curve the word balloon a little bit so as not to go through a character like this. But it works in this situation because the word is revenge is jarring enough, so it should be jarring to the character. So I don't mind it cutting through the character.
Did you take one of the strips that was over here?
I
feel
don't.
like I lost a strip.
Yeah, well,
I thought I had 3 over here.
we'll do accounting later on.
Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday. Oh, no. Okay. I hope it's not on the floor, but I don't see it. Maybe it's with my pocket.
Yeah, maybe it's with your pocketbook. For those of you who are not paying attention, she left her pocketbook 60 miles away, an hour away.
Mm-hmm. And I found out when we were 40 minutes away from that, so 20 minutes away from home or so. My cousin kept saying, but just think, if you get home, then you have to come all the way back. Turn around now, you don't have to come, you're not giving a trip. I understand your logic, and actually it's quite good logic. It makes a lot of sense, but I just know. Not right now.
We're not fighting Boston traffic again.
No, we did that once.
But what do you mean fighting Boston traffic? Since they depressed the central artery with a big dig, shouldn't there be no more traffic? No, that's what they were advertising. No more traffic at all in the city.
We were talking, my cousin David and his friend and I were talking about how rush hour, there's no more rush hour. And if it is, it starts at like 2 o'clock.
It's rush day.
Yeah. We were actually having that discussion today about how horrible it is to get through Boston.
Well, that just means the economy is good.
I guess so.
I'm shocked that more people aren't working from home like us.
Yeah, a lot of people are working from home. Can you imagine if they weren't? It would be even 1,000 times worse than it is, for God's sakes.
There was a bit of graffiti on a bridge over we used to commute every day. Someone wrote, "Why do you do this every day?" And when you're sitting there in traffic and you see some snot-nosed kid has written that on over the bridge, you just feel depressed.
You wanted to find that person and ring their tiny little... Not that I would ever do such a thing, but...
So, should there be a death penalty for graffiti? In some cases, perhaps.
Absolutely.
But then they right around the same area they had those signs. If you lived here, you'd be home now.
Oh,
Yeah, that was annoying. I've been through that neighborhood. You don't want to live there. That's like right behind Mass General Hospital. You don't want to live there. It's not, it's not bad, but it's not great either. It's like you get that one Whole Foods. No parking.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I just looked up a place in our area. It was for a studio it was 1,700, wasn't it? And for 2-bedroom was 3,700. And there's quote a lack of sufficient tenant parking.
For $3,700 a month, no
Yeah.
parking.
No parking.
Good luck parking.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it says.
Well, market forces should dictate that. If someone's going to pay $3,700 and fight for a parking space, he deserves it.
Mm-hmm. I still haven't found out how much the apartments that are in my old work building are going for. They have to be $1 million apartments. They've got to be, because you have to see how they look.
Well, they're right overlooking the State House.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're on Beacon Hill overlooking the state. So I don't know why anyone would want to live in that area either. I mean,
Oh, because
There's-
the parking's so good.
there are just so many criminals there,
Now, they-
and then there are people who commit crimes.
yeah, but there are also 1,
Politicians.
2, 3. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I can come up with off the top of my head. Police
Forces.
forces
Yeah.
that cover that area. Oh, 6. I forgot the park rangers. They're considered a police force.
And they have guns.
They have guns. So there are 6 just off the top of my head. Police forces that govern that one area.
So you're really going to get a ticket. Actually, funnily enough, I dropped my wallet out of the car when getting out of there at one time, and the police actually did get my wallet back to me with the money still in it.
Oh, I don't think I told you because you probably would say you didn't care.
Well,
but,
Beacon Hill. What?
Someone who has worked for Suffolk for 34 years in the University Police Department was just fired.
Well, 34 years. They're a little bit too old for the job.
No, they're not. They're our age.
Is that the guy who named his children after
Yeah.
himself, more or less?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's too bad. He was a good guy.
I know. I'm shocked. And all he had written some like derogatory statement about Suffolk on Facebook, and everyone who knows him was like, "What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened?" And he was never answering anybody. And a few people who have known him for a very long time, private messaged him, and those people he got back to and said that he would have been fired. He was there for 34 years. Which is actually, he got there the same year I did then, I guess.
This is a guy who did like the George Foreman thing with his kids. Just to
They're all
tell
named,
to tell the audience. No, don't
No,
give
I'm
the
not
name.
gonna say it.
Yeah,
But they're all named different variations
of his name.
So
Yeah.
it's not like George, and George.
Yeah.
It's like Fido, Fidux, Fi.
Why don't you just stick with George? Say George, Georgina, Georgia.
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't do that, but. Yeah, so that's kind of a bummer. But it looks like he's in Vegas right now, so I think he either went there to drown his sorrows or maybe win some
Bring him
money.
if you got him, folks.
Bring him if you got him. Yeah.
Okay, I think I should draw Fido in the foreground first before I do Bo's hand, just so I don't screw up. Oh, how are we doing on time? Are you still recording? Yep, we're still recording. Actually, we're over time. I want to keep this. Yeah, this is not. We're an hour 24 minutes. I guess we've enjoyed Sydney Sweeney's talents.
I haven't looked at them, so that's not my
too much today.
That's not my thing.
But I would like to remind everyone that they're not too big.
Nope.
According to the official editorial opinion of Fido the comic strip, they're not too big.
And those people who were let go from their jobs, they were not too big to get fired.
Right, yeah. But he was the man to watch, according to Outweek. The sexy, gay writer-producer for Disney. Who would have thought Disney would have
a sexy gay writer?
A sexy gay writer? Yeah. What the hell?
Back in the 60s, they didn't let certain people in with long hair. So yeah, no, that's a stretch. Things have changed in Disney. But again, who cares?
Yeah. I don't want to know what you're doing in your bedroom. None of my business. Stop posting photos of your assets. Oh well, Miss Sweeney can do whatever she wishes. But Mr. DeMeo, it's okay. Thanks, pal. Not necessary. I still don't think that's the reason why they fired him.
I know, but if it was poor, well, I don't know. Who knows? But like I said, he got rid of all of his social media. That is usually like a criminal offense or something. That's usually, you want to disappear. You don't want to, you're just not saying, I left my job, or whatever.
Let's finish Dino up here, and then we'll call this a show. It's not too big, is it? It's only an hour. It's only an hour and a half.
It's not too big. It's just right.
Don't want to make this too big.
No. Well, I'm going to say a little bit early of a goodbye because I must make my way to the other room.
Yeah.
But I just want to finish coloring this one.
Thank you for joining us, Chief Colorist. Your insight is always appreciated, and we'll see you next week here, Chief Colorist, I hope.
See you all next week.
So the Chief Colorist is going to leave us now, and it'll just be you and me, audience, as we finish doing Dino here.
See you later.
We can. I'm happy that I came up with the title so early.
Earliest title creation of Fido.
All right. And when we color in Dino's T-shirt here, we completely obscure the signature, but that's okay. All right. Let's put Sydney back front and center where she belongs. Thank you for joining us on this week's Fido number 88, I believe. Wow, even 88 looks like memories. See you next week, folks. If you choose to return.